Not very good, Mo. Not very good. They're just surviving. My hands stink right now. Just I just had a drive by, so I had to reel in and rebait. I was just getting ready to go live, hit the live button, and I had a drive by, and I let it set for a couple more minutes, and then after that, I reeled it in, checked the bait, and it was gone. So, but no, my hands are doing okay. I mean, they could be a lot better shape, but who knows? It may be 6 to 8 weeks before we know how good they're actually gonna be. I'm still having issues with numbness, but they did say that the procedure is not guaranteed to work. So basically, what they're hoping for is that it will relieve some of it. They're not flat out saying, oh well, it's gonna work, because it's like anything in life. There's no guarantees. So they just said they're hoping that it's gonna relieve the symptoms enough to where, yeah, it might. But basically, I'm doing my best that I can. I'm in pain yet, but that's just because of the surgery. Because the numbness, if it got numb for too long, it would be painful. But for the most part, the numbness wasn't really painful. So, but now it's like numbness and pain. But that's only because I just had the procedure done, and so I'm trying to heal up from the procedure so that the pain goes away. But so far, what I found out is the numbingness is still there. So, but they did say it could take up to 6 to 8 weeks for the there not to be an issue. So it's just time going to tell. Time will say everything. I can't cast a rod very good. I can't reel a rod in good. I just a lot of things I can't do right now very good. I can do everything. It's either too painful or painful. Boil it down to it's just too painful. A lot of the pain has gone down though. What's up, Braden's fishing? How you doing? So that's where we're at. Is just trying to get rid of the pain at this point. Hopefully it's going to go away. It's supposed to warm up at some point today to about 40 something. So it's not going to be awfully warm, but right now it's not awfully cold. It is cold, but it's not awfully cold. And that's just mostly because there's not a big bunch of breeze or wind or anything. Yeah. Unfortunately, that can be the issue. Is can take a while to heal up, for sure. So we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm hoping for the best, and hoping that my hands get back to working. Then maybe I'll pull a guitar and play a tune for you guys. My hands get back to working. Oh yeah, they had to cancel school because it got too cold and started snowing. Was a snap, huh? Oh, there's a bite. 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 Had you guys on me instead of on the rod. Is he still there though? I think he's. I think he's one and done. I'll probably have to reel in and rebait. Sometimes that dough bait stays on real good. Sometimes all it takes is one little nibble and it's gone. That's two drive-bys today, anyways. Imagine if I was using my ultralight, I would have caught that fish. But what up, Blue? Well, I've had 2 bites this morning, but no none landed. I hooked 2 fish yesterday and landed one. Today I was gonna go to Prineville, but I got tomorrow to fish too, so I figured I'd come here today and maybe go to Prineville or Ochoco's tomorrow. The reason why I want to go back to Ochoco's is because I didn't get a video shot. I mean, I should have put the 2 fish on. I should have recorded the 2 fish that were landed, but one was on my live stream and one was on Stay Fishy's. The other one was on Stay Fishy's live stream yesterday. So both of them were captured on video. Not a lot, Grease man. Not a lot. When's your next long form coming out, Grease man? I like your long form, your homemade jigs you made. That was freaking awesome, dude. Once I get my hands back up in order, I'm gonna tie up some jigs myself. So I'm gonna check that bait. I'll let it set long enough after the bite, and I figured if he didn't still bait, he'd come back for it. But well, that's 2 bites, and we've been fishing for about 12 minutes or so. 13 minutes. So, but I think it's this heavy gear is why I'm not hooking so many fish. Is they're filling all the weight and everything, and so basically what happens is they drop the bait a lot quicker. I've made some of my own lures and stuff, so I appreciate somebody who's their own gear. I've done my own flies, so I appreciate it when people are willing to try to make something and then see if it works. So that's always cool when other YouTubers are doing stuff like that. So whenever I see somebody doing stuff like that, like Crappie Man makes his homemade crappie jigs and um, stuff like that, and Addicted's got their own line of stuff. It's always nice to see people doing that. Appreciate it when people put out content like that, and especially since you went out and caught fish off of it, which made it that much more nicer. All right, bait's going back out. All right. Cast number 4 of the morning, I think. Okay, let's see. Let's see here. Yeah, sometimes it's easier for me to release to watch live streams because I'm so busy. So if I see a live stream, I'll jump in for a minute. That way people get a like and a hello from me, but I don't always get to stay for the whole live stream. So long form, I can actually take my time and watch it and stuff like that. Right on, Brandon. Glad you're starting to tie some flies. That's awesome. There you go, Release. He's just become a monitor of the channel. Yep, that's freaking awesome, Release. I appreciate that's cool that you're tying your own flies and stuff, own jigs and stuff. So sun's not even up where you're at, huh? Wow. You're welcome, Release, man. You've been following this channel for a minute. I appreciate that. That's why I give you a blue wrench. Next follow-up appointment at on Monday. So hopefully everything goes well, and hopefully the surgeon got good news for me on why my hands are still numbing up and stuff. Maybe it's still just swollenness or something. I don't know. I mean, my hands are still swollen some, not as much as they were, but definitely still a little swollen. There's there's a bite. There's a bite. There's a bite. Come on, take it, baby. Take it. Come on, don't tease me. The reason why I know it was a bite was because the line started going straight. I didn't have the line completely tight to where I could see the rod tip bounce. So a lot of times what I like to do is there we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. Uh, I thank you. I appreciate that, man. I want to get back to normal, some sort of normalcy. One that's another drive by. Let it set for a couple more minutes, see if it comes back. If not, we'll reel in, check the bait, and then now when I get bites like that, I don't reel it in right away. I like to let it set for a couple more minutes after I get the bite, just in case if they didn't steal the bait, they can come back. And thank you, Release. I'm hoping and praying I get well real soon too. Get back to casting jigs and everything else. What up, Say Fishy? Where are we fishing? We're fishing at Haystack, man. I thought you would recognize Haystack. That's your favorite place, Stay Fishy. All right, well, I'm going to reel in and check the bait. Re-put it out there. Re-put it out there. It bit twice. Probably stowed the bait and now it's time to check it out, rebait, and yep, that's what happened was it stowed the bait. I don't know. They're still in the bait pretty easily today. Still in bait. Bait thieves this morning. Bait thieves this morning. Yeah, backyard. I'm fishing in the backyard there, stay fishing. All right, you guys have baited back up and ready to get back out there. Get another bite. Hopefully, we're going to catch one of these bites instead of just fishing for bites. What up, goat? How you doing? All right, we're back out there. Back in the juice. Glad you're doing well. Glad you're doing well. Well, I'm glad you're having a busy day at work there, Stay Fishy, to keep you busy. The day goes by a lot quicker that way. Yeah, fish generally do get smart after a while. They figure out how to eat your bait without getting hooked. For sure. Yeah, I've been having a lot of bites but no commitments too out here. It's okay though. My hands don't really. They want to fight, but they don't really want to fight that bad. Yeah, it definitely helps to have different colors and different scents, Mo. I generally carry 4 different scents on me, and usually the one they're hitting the most is the one I leave out there the most. Usually it's salmon, egg, peach, but last couple times it's been mostly cheese power bait. I've got the green glitter trout special dough bait. I've got the cheese dough bait, which is the only thing that's been bitten this morning is the cheese. Then I've got the corn power bait, and then I've got the salmon egg uh, um, dough bait. I would have worms, but my worms, for whatever reason, decided they didn't want to live no more and expired on me for some reason. And that's just because I don't use worms a whole lot. So I do use them, I just don't use them a whole lot. Yeah, I probably should have had worms, but I didn't. I finished up my bucket of worms yesterday, but a lot of them decided to die on me. Is that a bite? Yeah, I think that's a bite. Yep, that's a bite. Come on, commit to it. Yep, he dropped it. That means he's getting ready to swallow it and run with it. He's getting ready to run with it. That means he swallowed it. Which is fine. I don't care if he swallows it. Showed me he was there and then decided he didn't want to stick with it. Man, that's just jacked up. That's okay. Fish are smart. They're not dumb. Those big ones get big for a reason because they smart. Yeah, sometimes a different little approach, like shrimp heads, make all the difference. But me personally, I like to eat the shrimp heads myself. I'd rather eat them than use them for bait. Not for a while, I haven't. No. Um, I've caught like bluegill out of there. That's about it, though. I've seen some trout caught out of there. I've seen some bass caught out of there too, but I ain't. Only thing I've ever caught out of nursery pond and is bluegill. I'll be fishing. What's going on? Yeah, we live for the minute. We out here chilling and trying to take care of our hands and stuff like that. So we've had 3 bites this morning. No hookups though. What up, Josh? Yeah, it ain't too bad out. The break, so it ain't too bad out here today. If it was blowing a little more, it might be colder, but it ain't too bad at all without the breeze. Got a lot of fog out, you know. Well, Redman, he likes to fish at a different spot than on Haystack than what I do. He'll fish here where I fish, but he likes to go a little bit further away than this. So I just was like wanted to stop off here at my spot, give it a couple hours, and if nothing else, then move over to the Redmond spot. So, but yeah, we be fishing the same spots a lot of times. Like yesterday, we both fished Chico Reservoir. What was it? His birthday, we both fished here. Um, but yeah, Redmond, he generally fishes Haystack more than he does seem like any place else. I fish all over the place. Yeah. I'm thinking about going either to Ochiko's tomorrow or Prime Res tomorrow. Maybe do a both. Maybe do both. You never know. With me, I've been known to do 3 or 4 spots in a day, so you never know what I'm going to do. And my hands too. Well, that's because the clouds are out. That's why you can't see them fog is what they call it. But it's just clouds. That's all fog is clouds, anyways. I didn't want to get out of bed this morning, so I decided not to go all the way out to Primeville today. Didn't want to get out of bed. Yeah. Right now, I just can't do a whole lot casting wise. Pretty much all I'm doing is casting and putting it in one spot and hoping like heck it works because my hands don't work for beans. So, in Idaho, wow, yeah. That doesn't surprise me. Idaho, I think, is a colder state than Oregon, I think, too. I'm thinking I might need to check my dough bait because I had that bite. He didn't even bump the rod. I seen the rod take off, and that was it. Mr. Sports Fanatic, what's going on? Where am I fishing at? Haystack Reservoir. Normally, I would have put that in the title, but I didn't get around to it this morning.